Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of World of Warships after a bit of a longer time. So, fortunately for me, I was able to unlock the brand new Tier 9 Dutch cruiser. And no, I'm not gonna be trying to pronounce its name because it's long and I'm gonna most likely screw it up and offend anyone from Netherlands. So we're just gonna go with Johan and see what's up. So, Dutch cruisers, huh? The new addition to World of Warships. Well, the fun thing is that these cruisers do not have smoke, they do not have torpedoes. Instead, they have these funny air squadrons which drop these bombs on these parachutes. And, well, this actually starts off with Tier 6 in the Dutch cruiser line. You do not gain access to this before, and then it gradually keeps adding up. Now, once you reach the Tier 9 cruiser, you actually gain access to 2 of these squadrons, which you can drop down. And, well, so far, I'm not really sure if they are that effective, like if you get too close and you are able to launch torpedoes, for example. But it depends on how you use them. So, for example, if you have an enemy who is trying to cover from you behind an island, which on this map we have plenty of, you can effectively use the squadron to try and get them from behind the cover or effectively kill them, which I'm gonna actually show you on this match specifically. But we are getting too far ahead right now. So, deciding on which flank to go, I start to head towards the sea point, and yeah, there are plenty of ships of the higher tier 10 level here, but we should be able to manage. The ship does have the repair module, so if I would do something stupid, I would be able to recover the health, so that is really important for me to know. And here you can see how the operation works. Now, I'm gonna be screwing around here a bit more with the controls for the air squadrons, because at the time of the recording, I still wasn't really exactly sure on how the controls operate, so it all went all over the place. But here you can see that even behind the island, I'm able to start putting down these squadrons, and here I'm gonna try to target one of the new Russian premium ships, and we're gonna see if we can land a successful airdrop on him. And here you can see the parachutes in operation, and soon after we get a couple of hits. So you can start fire with these, you can get lots of damage with these, but it heavily depends on how they manage to land on top of the ship. And I'm gonna even try to do some crazy drops on destroyers and such, but because there is a time that it takes to deploy the squadron and drop the parachutes, you really have to know where the ship might be going, and because nobody can read other people's minds, we're just gonna have to play around with it and see what's up. So we see here that there is battle going currently on against who will try to contest the sea point. The enemy is trying to push in, and yeah, we're gonna try to support our team. So shooting through the island, we are able to land a couple of shots, but nothing crucial. And the range on the squadron for Johan is actually, I think, 12 kilometers. That's the furthest you can go with these. It might be 14, I'm not really sure right now, but as you can see, this was a much more successful attack because the ship was with its full length on top of the drop point, so we were able to even set it ablaze, and now we are just trying to continue to attack it in order to burn it down, as well as the rest of our team. I'm not really sure what was the point of YOLOing like this into enemy ships, because 1 versus 5 and when the rest of your team is behind the island, not really that amazing. So here I'm gonna try to dodge the torpedoes, and fortunately for me, I did not have to go too far, and we still have the squadron on the cooldown. It takes quite a long time for them to get off the cooldown, and considering the fact that you might miss the entire squadron, it's hard to tell if I'm still super excited about this. But like I said, was lucky enough to actually unlock the ship because, yeah, I did spend some doubloons, but fortunately for me, I was able to get the ship on like the third bundle or something, so it wasn't that crazy expensive. When there was the German destroyers, I was actually a bit more crazy when it came to that because I wanted the camo and I wanted some of those ships, but yeah, I just wasn't really that lucky. So that's why we are taking a look at the Dutch cruiser instead. Okay, so anyhow, we see that the enemy carrier is here. We have some bombardment for enemy destroyer. I'm gonna try to attack it, but the Friesland is heading behind the cover. And the ship has actually pretty decent AAA, so we are able to keep on defending from the enemy attacks, but still out of reach. I'm gonna have to refocus on the Conqueror so that we can deal some added damage. And I was even able with this ship to land a Citadel hit on a battleship, but I had to be really damn close. So I do not advise you to try that. This is still a cruiser, so it should be played a bit more passively, or you can be passive at the start and then be aggressive towards the end when you have more HP than the enemy. So with the mixture of all the damage here, which means our shots, the torpedoes and everything else, and my terrible shooting through the island, we are gonna be able to run down the Conqueror eventually. I'm still trying to pay attention to what the enemy carrier is doing, but yeah, for some reason focused on shooting the island. I don't know what the island did to me, but that's what we're gonna stick with. Now, I am able to start turning here because the enemy Conqueror is probably more focused on the Salem, and it looks like here is where we get our first kill. So I was able to steal that effectively. The enemy destroyer, that's gonna be always a bit of a pickle, but able to refocus on the battleship because I have more of a chance to land those shots, and I do have the flag signal to increase the chances to put down a fire on the enemy ship, so that's why I'm going for the bigger target there. It looks like he did use the fire extinguisher module, so if we would be able to land another salvo on top of the Russian battleship, we might be able to set him ablaze again. So I need to just adjust the way I'm aiming, and soon enough we are landing another set of shots. At least I hope so. No? Okay, so I totally missed that. Fun stuff there, fun stuff. Looks like the enemy carrier was actually responsible for setting the ship ablaze, but because we are getting close, I'm gonna be able to unleash these squadrons. And here I wasn't really sure if the ship would actually go into the island, which is why the second squadron was placed in front of it. I was really thinking he would just go forward and try to dodge the island, but yeah, so one of these squadrons totally missed. The other one was able, however, to land the shots, and because of the fire, I was able to claim that kill. Otherwise, I would totally just participate in taking out the enemy battleship. And yeah, so the player was not really that happy about more planes being involved. And here he mentions that like at least 50 of them came for him specifically. And my argument was that he was the only one close enough for me to use the ability or the consumable on. So yeah, he was the only one in range. So because we still do not have that much of an point advantage and the enemy still has plenty of ships, I'm gonna start moving towards the B point in order to try and contest it. And here is where you're gonna see some more fun stuff. So yeah, I'm still not sure what to think about this. Like, I heard all sorts of weird stuff when the Dutch cruisers were in development, because like the planes just popped in from nowhere and it was impossible to dodge them, so they did balance it out. But already I have like 25 bombs landed, and I haven't seen yet anyone be able to like take out the entire squadron before it's able to reach the target, so who knows. But yeah, if you have seen that done, do let me know in the comment section about it. I'll be more than happy to read about it. That is actually possible. Maybe someone needs to have some super crazy overpowered AA, but who knows. So here we see that enemy conqueror is trying to go behind the island. It is in the range of our primary armament, so we're gonna start opening up on him. And well, yeah, the messaging keeps going on. And the funniest thing is that we're gonna be able to claim this kill, and this is the one where I talked about how even in island, which is right now a safety for many ships, especially if you are with a lower HP and you still are trying to survive and participate in the battle, is now gonna become completely obsolete thanks to the squadrons. As you are able to see over here, I'm able to plant down the squadron consumable, and as the ship is heading right into it, still being set on blaze, once the parachute starts to be deployed with the many bombs, here we get another kill. And we actually get a praise for being able to kill someone behind the island, so yeah. Fun stuff there. Honestly, it took me a couple of battles. I mean, I'm still not extremely proficient with them, but yeah, it's definitely an interesting thing. I don't think it's something to brag about. I'm still not sure if it's better to have a smoke or to have torpedoes, or both smoke and torpedoes. It's hard to tell, and it looks like it's better to use the squadrons versus battleships because they are much slower and it's harder for them to turn around. So you might be able to deal more damage there, and because you are cruiser, you are able to deal with destroyers. For example, the Dutch cruisers do have hydro, so you are able to protect yourself versus torpedoes. You do have a strong anti-aircraft weaponry, so you can deploy some protection, especially if you go against the new Russian carriers or the premium carriers, because you are a tier 9 ship. So it's possible for you to go against the Fitzgerald or the Immelmann. And yeah, these ships are really annoying to put up with. Here I'm trying to actually put down the squadron in middle of a smoke, thinking that maybe I would be able to land a lucky shot. But by the time the squadron was able to come there, it looks like the enemy Minotaur was able to just move around. Oh no, actually we did manage to land shells or bombs specifically on top of him. Some fun stuff there. Yeah, I should probably watch the replay before I started to make the mic recording. And yeah, fun stuff there. So here I'm trying to dodge the torps. It was an aerial drop, but I did not take that much damage. Still, like, this is the later stage of the game and I have pretty decent HP. Unfortunately here, as I will try to contest the A point, it's gonna be increasingly impossible as there are two enemy destroyers present, and yeah, it's just not gonna go well. The enemy cruiser here trying to hug around the island. I'm trying to anticipate where he might go. Unfortunately, due to the islands, I'm not able to shoot at him, so There goes that, and thanks to the hydro, I was able to see the torpedoes were coming in, and I was able to dodge them. I still did manage to land one successful bomb on the enemy cruiser, but because he is not looking at me and I'm trying to get to the A point, this is kind of a weird situation where I find myself. So I'm trying to shoot at the enemy cruiser, landing those successful shots, setting it ablaze, and trying to move into a position from which I would be able to start contesting the A point so that we can win this, as especially if you're trying to level up your captain or just get a really good rewards like lots of experience or free XP, it's definitely advantageous for you to be actually contesting the points. This is why many players, especially in the destroyer class, are willing to YOLO at the start of the match into the enemy positions and just try to contest a flag in order to acquire the free XP or such in order to unlock more ships. Now I placed down the squadron in hopes that I would maybe claim the kill, but the enemy ship got destroyed, and here now I of course have to focus on the enemy planes which are coming in. So dropping the torpedoes, I am trying to squeeze in between them, and unfortunately I did have to take one. And here the trouble with the destroyer starts. So I'm gonna be harassed by them, preventing me to capture the point successfully, but trying to re-angle the ship so that I'm not taking too much damage from the EP rounds, because now, especially with some of the newer German destroyers, they can deal quite a lot of damage there. So yeah, but also they are not like that great when it comes to dealing with other destroyers, so it heavily depends on your playstyle. But anyhow, again, taking lots of damage here, trying to re-angle myself. We have the hydro off cooldown, we have most of our consumables off cooldown. So if the enemy would be trying to send the squadrons here, or if the enemy destroyer is just gonna be harassing me constantly, I will not be able to contest this. And actually, the enemy destroyer here was able to keep harassing me long enough that I had to move out of the contest point. Here I was trying to get something ridiculous achieved by trying to use the squadron to bomb it, but I missed horribly there. So here, trying to dodge the island, I'm gonna start to move out of the range of the enemy destroyer. It's a real shame that I wasn't able to get a kill by using the squadron. It would be totally hilarious for the purpose of the video, but I thought, what the hell, might as well try, you know? So we're gonna try to re-angle ourselves here because he keeps shooting and he's outside of the smoke. I'm able to land that one shot, disable the engine, but most likely he's gonna pop in the repair module because I see him turning around. So hard to tell. Trying to land those shots successfully, as you can see, because he keeps hitting me. I'm unable to contest the point, moving out of the A point, and because we have quite the point advantage here, as I try to find where he might go to, I fired the last salvo, and I'm able to land those shots, getting that kill. And as we go into the final screen, we see that I landed almost 40 bombs. We got 4 kills, 10 fires set up, 1 point has been assisted in capture. I was really hoping that I would be able to get more, but unfortunately he was able to harass me long enough. Quite a decent reward as is. And yeah, that's gonna be it for Johan De Witt. It's a really interesting addition to the game, I have to admit. We're gonna see what's gonna keep on happening with the game. The latest patches have been adjusting quite a lot of the game, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen. And if you did like the video, well then give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more World of Warships, check out the link in the description. I'm gonna try to feature some playlists And also check out the channel itself, as I publish fun content like this on a weekly basis. I do playthroughs, comparisons, guides, all sorts of cool stuff, so go check it out. Consider subscribing. I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day, and hopefully I will see you in the comments or at the next one. Thank you for watching, everyone. Stay safe out there in the meantime, and bye bye for now.